Wow. This happened. Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Now, don't take the wow as something negative. This is actually a good thing. Idris Elba rejects identity politics, reveals he no longer refers to himself as a specifically black actor. I don't want to be the first black. I'm the first Idris. Holy crap, folks. Wow. Fucking took him a while to wake up. But let's get into it, shall we? Shout out to Spencer Beckley from Bounding in the Comics. You guys do great work. In a rare instance of sanity, with an industry completely obsessed with the inherently detrimental concept of identity politics, actor Idris Elba has revealed that he no longer describes himself as specifically a black actor due to the limited and regressive connotations the term implies. Oh, really, you think? I've been saying it for years, folks. Literally years, if you go through all my channel, that identity politics is an extremely regressive thing. In fact, I used to describe it as, or compare it to, the slave trade, where people put people on blocks based on their identity and had people throw money at them. That is what identity politics is. You're taking a person because of their identity, not their merits, and you are having people throw money at them in an entertainment fashion. It's the same as the slave trades. But yes, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 star revealed his voluntary change in a language during a recent conversation with Esquire UK's Alex Bilmes. Following discussions on his early childhood and the upcoming sequel to the popular detective series Luther, The Fallen Sun, Elba and Blimes eventually broached the general topic of race. Ostensibly asked by Bilmes about his experiences with racism, the published Esquire UK piece is formatted in such a way that the reporter's questions are omitted in favor of spotlighting Elba's responses. The British native replied, "I'm always curious why this is fascinating to people." That is a good start. "It's a question I get asked a lot," said Elba. "I don't go to my black friends in conversation and ask them to tell me about racism. Have I ever faced racism? Yeah." Elaborating on his seeming annoyance at the premise of Bilmes' unknown question, the actor asserted, "If we spent half the time not talking about the differences but the similarities between us, the entire planet would have a shift in the way we deal with each other. As humans, we are obsessed with race. Not all humans are," he lamented, "and that obsession can really hinder people's aspirations, hinder people's growth. Racism should be a topic for discussion, sure. Racism is very real. But from my perspective, it's only as powerful as you allow it to be." It looks like he actually is starting to take a few notes out of Morgan Freeman's book, who said, "I'm just going to stop talking about it." That's how you defeat it. To that end, Elba then informs Bilmes, or however you pronounce his name, I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, I stopped describing myself as a black actor when I realized it put me in a box. We've got to grow. We've got to. Our skin is no more than that. It's just skin. Rant over. Elba further rejected Hollywood's penchant for identity politics by noting that rather than having his career heralded as inspiration for just black individuals, he wanted to stand as a testament to the potential for people who grew up in rough circumstances similar to himself. I accept that it is part of my journey to be aware of that. In many cases, I might be the first to look like me and do a certain thing. Recognize the actor. And that's good to leave as a part of my legacy, so that other people, black kids, but also white kids growing up in the circumstances I grew up in, are able to see there was a kid who came from Canning Town who ended up doing what I can do. It can be done. Oh, and I have had these arguments before, or rather debates, where people are like, you don't know what it's like to be an oppressed black person. You've never been judged on your race. You've never been judged on this or that. Believe it or not, much of my childhood actually matches the stereotype of the arguments that these people brought up against me. I grew up in a single parent household. I had a father who actually did have to go on benefits for government benefits for a small time. I had a one-parent household. I think I already mentioned that. And I have been judged by the color of my skin. I have been told that my life doesn't matter because of the color of my skin. I have had all that stuff happen to me while growing up in my childhood and all that loveliness. And then when they broached the topic of slavery, they're like, well, your ancestors owned slaves. Actually, my ancestors didn't own slaves. My ancestors were slaves. My ancestors didn't come to the United States until after the Civil War. They came in through Canada, came down from Canada. They were Irish. They were indentured slaves to the British. So yeah, they were escaping tyranny as well as the slaves who were brought over from Africa. But anyway, getting back to this, I just wanted to let people know that. I am wrapping up his thoughts on the topic. Elba then recalled, I didn't become an actor because I didn't see black people doing it, and I wanted to change that. I did it because I thought that's a great profession, and I could do a good job at it. Oh my freaking God! Finally! Somebody stood up to it. As you get up the ladder, you get asked, what's it like to be the first black to do this? The actor explained, when it's the same as it would be if I were, it's the same as it would be if I were white. It's the first time for me. I don't want to be the first black. I'm the first Idris. Luther, Fallen Son is currently set to premiere in select cinemas on February 24th, followed by a wide Netflix release on March 10th. Holy crap. Because, believe it or not, Idris Elba used to be heavy into the identity politics. He used to give in to all the liberal agenda and the ideas that people who didn't get vaccinated should be treated differently. He was all for all that shit. There's video evidence if you know where to look. But yeah, the fact that he's finally waking up to this, that he's finally saying, you know what, I'm sick of people looking at me because of my race and just want to be looked at as human. Thank you! Maybe if the rest of Hollywood would take after Idris Elba, Hollywood would actually start being a force for good. Because, believe it or not, Hollywood is an influential business. It influences millions of people. And if Hollywood is saying race is the only thing that is important, white people are evil, and they need to be shoved on the back burner forever, well, millions of people are going to be influenced by that stupidity. Anyway, folks, I just wanted to get this video out. I think that this is a great step in the right direction. I don't know how many other actors will follow suit. I'm pretty sure a lot of SJWs are pissed off at Idris Elba, especially the Antifa Black Lives Matter crews who want everything to be about race and want black people to be offended because of everything. But yeah, anyway, that's the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Do you think that Idris Elba is in the right, or do you think that he's in the wrong? Different opinions are welcome here, but you better be respectful about it. Anyway, this has been Orange Hat Reviews. Have a wonderful day, and always remember, stay humble.